Hello viewers, welcome to my channel MathCom. So today I will be teaching you Polynomials chapter which you'll be having in your class 10 CBSE syllabus. So as per the new syllabus, you're going to solve only MCQs. So I've explained each and every basic concepts that you have in this chapter. That is more than sufficient to solve all the MCQs. So here is the content for the video today. I'm going to teach you about what's a polynomial, types of polynomial, what is degree and zero of a polynomial, geometric meaning of zeros of polynomials, relation between zeros and coefficient of a polynomial for quadratic polynomial and cubic polynomial, and then division algorithm for polynomials. So I also wanted to mention one more thing. Most probably, I guess you don't have relation between zeros and coefficients for cubic polynomial, but for a safer side, let's learn both of them. So I'm going to start with the very basic of what a polynomial is. Basically, a polynomial consists of variables, exponents, terms, and constants. Okay, so what is a variable? The x and y whose value changes frequently is called as a variable. Variable means it keeps changing. So x and y can have any values. So that is called as a variable. Coefficient is nothing but the real number that is put before x or y. Like here 5 is coefficient of x square and 2 is coefficient of y. Exponent is the power of x and y. Constant is nothing but it's usually polynomial linear, like it consists of a single, what to say, a single variable, I guess, not sure. Okay, a constant is nothing but the number which does not have a variable along with it, or we can say whose variable has a power 0. We can also say it like that. Okay, so that's called as a constant. So here I have an example of a polynomial 3x square minus 2x minus 10. Here 3 and 10, 3 and minus 2 are the coefficients of x square and x respectively. X is nothing but the variable which can have different values. It has various values, and minus 10 is the constant over here. So this is all about what is a polynomial. And then what is zero and degree of a polynomial? Say, I'm sorry, one second. Yeah. So a zero of polynomial means a value of x for which the given polynomial becomes zero. Say here I have 2x plus 3. What value does this become zero? If I multiply it by say minus 3 by 2. If I put the value of x as minus 3 by 2, what will happen? 2 into minus 3 by 2 plus 3. I'll get 2 and 2 will be cancelled. 2 into 1 by 2 is 1. So it gets cancelled. Minus 3 plus 3, it is 0. So when the value of x is minus 3 by 2, the polynomial p of x will be 0. So we can say minus 3 by 2 is 0 of the given polynomial. How do you solve it? It's very simple. How to find 2x plus 3 equated to 0. Okay, equate to 0. Now when I shift 3, it will become minus 2, minus 3 by 2, and then I'll get the value of k as x. So k will be the root of the equation or 0 of the polynomial given. What is degree of a polynomial? Degree of the polynomial is nothing but the highest exponent of the polynomial. What is exponent? Power of the variable. Here I have an example. It's always easy to explain with example according to me. So say minus x to the power 4 plus x square plus x. Here x is the variable and the exponents are 4, 2 and if nothing, it's nothing but 1. Okay. So which is the highest among all the three? 4. So the degree of the polynomial is 4. This is all about degree of the polynomial. So if these two concepts are clear, it will be very easy for you to solve most of them. Okay. Next, types of polynomial. Types of polynomial depends on the degree of the polynomial. If the degree, okay, just in simple words, you have three types: linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, and cubic polynomial. If your degree is 1, it is linear polynomial. Okay, that is the highest power of x or whatever variable it is should have 1 as its highest power. Say here, have root 3 x plus 5. Here I have only one x term and it is x to the power 1. So here it's a linear polynomial. Here say y plus root 2. Here y is the variable. Root 2 does not have any variable. The highest power of the power of y is 1, and that is the highest power for this polynomial. Next, x minus 2 by 11. Here x is the variable and its power is 1. So the degree is also 1. 3z plus 4. Okay, the power of z is 1 and that's the highest power. Here it's 1. So this is called as a linear polynomial. A polynomial of degree 1 is called as linear polynomial. Similarly, quadratic. Basically, I guess you people will know the meaning of quad. Quad means 2. Okay. Linear means 1, quad means 2, cubic means 3. Okay. So, for quadratic, I know most of you would have understood by now the concept. For linear, if power is 1, it is, degree is 1, the polynomial is called as linear polynomial. Similarly, if the degree of the polynomial is 2, it is called as quadratic polynomial. Okay. So check out. Let's see what's it. Here, for this polynomial, 2 is the power of y and it is the highest power and hence it is the degree of the polynomial. Here, 2 minus x, again for x, 2 is the power of x. Again, 2 is the highest power for the whole polynomial and hence its degree is 2. This is a whole polynomial. I'm so sorry. Here 1. X to the power 1 and 2. We have 2, but 2 is highest and the degree is also 2. And u by 3 minus 2 for this. U power 1 and u power 2. The highest power is 2 and hence the degree is 2. Here also, here v to the power 1 and v to the power 2 is here. The highest power is 2, degree is 2, hence it is quadratic. Similarly, the last one, the highest power of z is 2, degree is also 2, and hence that polynomial is also quadratic. So, cubic, if the highest power is 3, it is called as cubic. For this equation, highest power is 3, so it is cubic. Here x cube, only single term, but still that is the highest power. Even if the single term is considered as the polynomial, that will be the highest power. That is 3 is the highest power and hence that will be the degree of the polynomial. So for all these equations, 3 will be the degree. Here I have cube, square. If nothing, it's 1. And if there is no variable, I can consider x to the power 0 also. Okay. So, what is the highest one among all these? 3. So, the degree of the entire polynomial is 3. Okay. So, it's a cubic polynomial. Hope the concept of linear, quadratic, and cubic is clear. Linear polynomial is polynomial of degree 1. Quadratic is polynomial of degree 2. Cubic is polynomial of degree 3. Sorry. So, please be clear with these concepts. Moving on to the next one. Wait. Sorry. Yeah. So, geometric meaning of zeros of a polynomial. See, this may have MCQs like asking how many, they'll give a graph and they may ask how many zeros does this polynomial have by seeing the graph. So, here you'll have to know one thing: the number of times the line in the graph intersects the x axis gives the number of zeros of the polynomial. This is all about geometric meaning of zeros of polynomial. I repeat, the number of times the line of the graph, not x-axis, y-axis, the line that is drawn, intersect the x-axis, both positive side and negative. That is x dash, this line, x dash x. Okay, this horizontal line. X dash x gives the number of zeros of the polynomial. Okay, now let's try to find the answer. Here it intersects one time. So the zero will be, number of zeros will be 1. Also, it is a linear polynomial. They may ask, they'll give the graph and they'll ask what type of polynomial is this. They may give you options linear, quadratic, cubic, none of these. So you'll have to mark for this linear polynomial. Here it is intersecting at 2 points, 1 and 2. So the number of zeros is 2. This is a quadratic polynomial. Okay. And here 1, 2, 3 times. So it is a cubic polynomial. Here, okay, people get confused. Don't count this. This is wrong. You have to count only the number of times it intersects x-axis. So the value is 1. So the number of zeros is 1. Here also 1. Okay, usually parabola will be a what to say, a quadratic polynomial. Okay, just remember that. But here maybe the other, both the zeros are equal. Maybe that condition. Okay, and then here 4, I guess. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. So number of times it intersect the x-axis. You'll have to just count that. Okay. Don't get confused. You have to be very careful with these questions. You should not by mistake also count the number of time it intersects the y-axis and all. Be cautious with all those stuffs. Okay, this is all about geometric meaning. Next, moving on to the most important part. You'll have maybe, I guess in your textbook you're having one full exercise, one or two, I don't remember, based on this concept, if I'm not wrong. Please be very clear with this. So it's nothing very complicated. You'll just have to remember two formulas. Okay. That is, I consider alpha. One second. Alpha and beta. You know, I forgot to mention one thing. I'm so sorry. I'll just get back. So we know there are three types of polynomials: cubic, linear, quadratic, cubic. Okay, you'll know, I have to remember one thing. For linear polynomial, number of zeros will be, it'll have 1 0. Okay. For quadratic, it'll have 2 zeros. For cubic, it'll have 3 zeros. Remember this point also. Linear polynomial is degree 1. Also, it'll have only 1 0. For cubic polynomial, degree 3, it'll have 3 zeros. Quadratic polynomial, degree is 2 and it'll have 2 zeros. Please remember this concept well. Okay, so coming on to this part again. So if we consider alpha and beta to be the two zeros of this polynomial ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, then it is the rule that the sum of zero is nothing but alpha plus beta is equal to minus of b by a. B is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x squared. Please remember, don't forget, alpha plus beta, that is sum of the zeros of the given quadratic polynomial. This applies only for quadratic polynomial. For linear polynomial, give me a minute, sorry, I don't know if it works. Okay, I will write here only. Say I have a polynomial ax plus b is equal to 0. What will be the degree? 1. So it will be a, wait, ax plus b. I'm teaching the very basic concepts. This video will be more than sufficient to crack your exams very well. Please go through these videos. I will also be uploading videos of all other chapters. So say the power is 1, highest power, so the degree will be also 1, and hence it's a linear polynomial. Now I just shift the terms. Say the 0 is alpha. No, k. Let the 0 be k. So what will be the value of k is equal to minus of b by a. Since linear polynomial has only 1 0, this is the final answer. So this will be the equation to find the 0 of a linear polynomial. Okay, now coming to quadratic. Now when they give you the zeros or say sum of zeros, any of them, now I'm going to consider alpha and beta as zeros of the given quadratic polynomial ax squared plus bx plus c. So here a is coefficient of x squared, b is coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. Constant term, or you can also say it as coefficient of x to the power 0 as well. Okay. So the sum of zeros of the given polynomial will always be equal to minus of b by a, where b is coefficient of x and a is coefficient of x square. This is one important thing that you have to learn. And the product of zeros, that is alpha into beta, will always be equal to c by a, where c is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x square. Okay, so from this, what all questions you can get? They may ask you to find the zeros of the polynomial, and then they will ask you to verify if the sum of zeros and product of zeros is equal to minus b by a and c by a respectively. This can be one type of question. And then apart from that, they may give you the value of sum and product and they'll ask you to form the equation. Okay, for that you need to, here I have included the formula for your convenience. You will just have to know this. Okay, x squared minus of alpha plus beta. They would have given you the value of sum and product and they'll ask you to form the quadratic equation. This is one method. You can directly use this formula, or you can also do it like alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a. You'll have this value. You, if it is a non-fractional value, like say only it is 5, you can consider it as 5 by 1, and then you can tell b value is minus 5, a value is 1. Substitute the value of a in the second equation. They would have given you the value of alpha and beta, alpha into beta, and you can find the value of c and then substitute it in this general form. Or more simpler way to do, as you don't have to write steps, it's going to be a MCQ. You can easily do this method. That's what I felt. You can use this formula, that is x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta is equal to 0. You'll just have to, they would have given you the value of alpha plus beta and alpha into beta. You will just have to substitute those values in this equation and you will get the required quadratic equation. So this is all about the relation between zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Moving on to cubic polynomial. I'm so sorry, it's wrong over here. It's a cubic polynomial. So what is a cubic polynomial? Repeating once again, a polynomial of degree 3. That is the highest part of the given polynomial will be 3. So as we know, cubic polynomial will have 3 zeros. So I'm going to consider the 3 zeros as alpha, beta and gamma. So here, you will have uh, 4 coefficients, or say 3 coefficients and 1 constant. Okay, so you need to find the relation between all these 4 and the 3 zeros. So we have 3 set of formulas over here. First one is alpha plus beta plus gamma is minus b by a. Same as for cubic, but for cubic you used to have only alpha plus beta, but having one more zero, namely gamma. So what is b? B is coefficient of x squared, not x. You have to note the change here. B is the coefficient of x squared and a is coefficient of x cube. Okay, this is one most important formula. Second formula, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. See, I'll just make it easy. Alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha. You need to add them. Okay, it's not at all difficult. It depends on how you take it. So alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to c by a, where c is coefficient of x and a is coefficient of x cube. Last one, alpha into beta into gamma is equal to minus of d by a, where d is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x cube. So this is all about cubic polynomial. So they will tell you, maybe they'll ask you to find the cubic polynomial by giving you the values of alpha plus beta plus gamma, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha, alpha beta gamma. As I told the previous way, you can use the same. You don't have formula for this. You can consider this value, equate, find the value of b and a, substitute the value of a here, find the value of c, again substitute that value of a here and find the value of d. You can do this. So this is all about relation between zeros and coefficients for a cubic polynomial. Most probably will not have it. So moving on to the last and final topic, division algorithm. Okay, so what is a division algorithm? You must be probably studying this past 4 years, maybe. I guess so. I'm not sure. So that's nothing but here it's in terms of polynomials. But when we used to learn in terms of numbers, it was like divisor is equals to dividend into quotient plus remainder. The same rule over here. When I divide p of x by g of x. Okay. When I divide p of x by g of x, I will get a quotient, namely q of x. Since I divide a polynomial by another polynomial, I will get a polynomial itself as quotient and remainder. That's obvious, as everyone know. So when I divide p of x by g of x, I will get a quotient, say q of x, and a remainder, say r of x. So I'm just going to replace the value of divisor is equals to dividend into quotient plus remainder by p of x is equals to g of x into q of x plus r of x. This is all about division algorithm. And as you know, when I divide p of x by g of x, the value of g of x should not be 0. That was one important thing. Okay, now we have a problem based on this. Excuse me. Okay. So I'm just going to help explain it to you. It's already solved. Find all the zeros of 2x power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2. If you know that two of its zeros are root 2 and minus root 2. This is one of your NCRT example problem, which is there in a very own textbook. I have taken this problem just to explain you what kind of problems you can have based on division algorithm. That's all about what I'm going to do now. So I have been given the polynomial have been given 2 of its 0. So here the power is 4. Highest degree of the given polynomial is 4. So by seeing the degree, we understand that it is having 4 roots. Okay. Uh, so what I'm going to do is, first with the given 2 roots, I will have to form another polynomial. You know, since these two are the roots, when I combine and form a polynomial, obviously that polynomial completely divides the given polynomial. So what I'm going to do, I will get equation, say x is equal to root 2 and x is equal to minus root 2. Okay, when I shift, I'll get x minus root 2 is equal to 0 and x plus root 2 is equal to 0. When I multiply both of them, I'll get a plus b into a minus b is nothing but a square minus b square. So I get x square minus 2. Now I have done division. I have divided the given polynomial 2x to the power 4 minus 3x cube minus 3x square plus 6x minus 2 by x square minus 2. I got 2x square minus 3x plus 1 as the quotient and 0 as the remainder. So now, you know, prime factorization method to find roots of a quadratic polynomial. Using that basic simpler method, I'm just going to find the other two roots. Okay, so I already have two zeros. I'm going to find the other two zeros. Just neglect these stuffs. Okay, I'll just teach in a simpler way. Leave it. First term of wait. Neglect them. I'll just okay. So I have 2x square minus 3x plus 1 minus 3x plus 1. Can I write minus 2x minus x? uh, I can 2. I have to separate 2x square. That is nothing but minus 2x into minus x is nothing but plus 2x square. So I will replace minus 3x like that. 2x square minus 2x. Give me a minute. Minus 2x minus x. I hope since the ones who will be watching my video will be in class 10, they will know this method called as prime factorization to solve a quadratic polynomial. Okay, so now I have to take common from this. 2x is common. 2x is common. Within brackets, what will remain? X minus 1. Okay. Then from second term, I will take minus common. Okay, because I want inside bracket, I want common things. Same things inside the bracket. You people must know this at this stage. Okay, x minus 1. Now I'm going to write them in a combined form. So it is going to be 2x minus 1 into x minus 1. If you want, if you do the reverse process, you'll get back the same equation. Okay, if I wait, I'll just show 2x. Sorry, it's x minus 1, not 2x, it's just x minus 1. It's just x minus 1. It's going out of screen, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so when I solve, I'll get the value of x as plus 1 by 2 and plus 1. So the other two zeros are 1 by 2 and 1. So then all the zeros, if I have to write together, I'll have to write the zeros of the given polynomial are, I don't have space, I'm just going to tell it orally. The zeros of the polynomials are root 2, comma minus root 2, comma 1 by 2 and 1. This is all you have to do. You did not write all these steps since you're going to solve MCQs. You can directly solve. You need not write it step by step. You can directly solve and just take the right one. Okay, so if you like my video, please do click on the like button. If you have any queries, don't forget to comment. If you really find this video useful, share it with your friends, and for more such videos, subscribe to my channel MathComp. Thanks for watching.